So this is just a recap for live stream. I think it's 177 now. And as we can see, we've had an okay day recovering some of the losses that we had from a couple of days ago. And we took quite a few trades across the instrument. So there was the RTY setup. I was a bit later to the charts. That setup came pretty close after the open. That would have hit target. Took a gold setup, went short. At this point, I thought I'd be stopped out. Price turned around, hit target, picked up 23 there. So we can see the realized P&L in this right middle pane here. So gold picked up 22 after commissions there. YM, there was a long setup, went long. How the contracts were filled results in, that's the reason why this doesn't seem correct. But we can see on the right panel here, picked up 24,241. We mentioned RTY already. We'll have a look at NQ, which was the somewhat most difficult instrument. So the setup was on this candle. Target was 48.75. At the moment we got to 47.75, but first trade, we went long. Prices you could see struggled, came down, stopped me out. Thought about moving the stop lower considering that this was a previous day's high, and I thought prices could turn around off of it. So what I did was I accepted the stop out, lost 54 there. Saw prices came down. After seeing price come back with strong bullish momentum there relatively, I decided to get in before even the close of the candle, and it wasn't quite the standard strategy, but went long just off the fact that I saw price kept being bought above the previous day's high. Went long, decided to take, should be about 20-ish points. I believe it was about 20 points or so off that move, and the goal was to, it was 24 points. Took 24 points off that move, and the goal was to offset the stop out. So from the entry to this stop out was about 24 points. So got to target there. As price got here, realized it was around about where the original position was, so went long. Prices seemed to have struggled a little bit, so decided to take profits after 20 points rather than wait for price to get all the way up to that 48.75. I thought, well, prices could pull back, so decided to take 20 points, and the goal was to get back in at 85.50, which would have been 10 points lower than 95.50 original position and that entry there. And the goal after that was to hold for 48.75. As we can see, price picked up the 20 points there, well, 20 there, and price didn't quite come back down to the 85.50. There were the opportunities to get back in where I got out previously, but just didn't happen, and prices got as high as 47.75. So decided to close it and shut it down for the day. On ES, we saw prices, we took the long. We had to wait quite a long time as prices pulled back. At this point, I thought it would have been stopped out. The stop was down at 77.50. Price eventually turned around and eventually hit the target, so picked up 31,250 there. Have a look at the trade performance and wrap up this video. So on the trade performance, we can see we were building a pretty strong equity curve here, and we were up at 46 there, and the big 54 loss on NQ took us negative on the day. Took us -8. After that, the succession of trades has taken us all the way up towards equity highs, all the way up at the 66.26 level. So we only had the NQ loss. If you have a look at the summary page, there's a 54 loss that we had on NQ that hit our stop out. Gross gains. So that was somewhat disappointing. Could have had a pretty decent day, but anyway, we got profit factor 2.2, high accuracy, in large part due to our contracts are filled. Let's see, average trade. Let's see, average winning trade. I'm not sure why it's so low, but it's saying 1. Average losing trade, we only had one losing trade, 54. Largest win, largest loss. And the time in the market, nearly an hour. So those are the metrics for the day. So that's this series finished. We'll come back and likely do a scalp session, but we'll see. We'll see how it performed there. But with that said, thanks for watching. Good luck trading. Have a great day.